Hello, welcome back to another encouraging word here at RC Healthcare. I'm Tom Rupp. I'm the chaplain here at RC, and I've come today with an encouraging word from God's Word, the Bible. We live in trying times, we always do, but sometimes it seems like the heat is on more so. The pressure is on more so. Events, both personal and around us, sometimes heat up to the point where it's more than just one thing. And in fact, sometimes we can get to the point where we don't know how much more we can take. We see this, of course, in our work at RC, but it's also true many times in our lives, yours, mine. We feel overwhelmed. There's a word in the Psalms that matches this, that expresses these feelings. I'd like to read it to you from Psalm 61, verses 1 and 2, where the psalmist is praying and he says, "Hear my cry, O God, attend to my prayer." And then in verse 2, he says, "From the end of the earth I will cry to you when my heart is overwhelmed." And then he ends that prayer by saying, "Lead me to the rock that is higher than I." When our heart is overwhelmed, we have nowhere else to go. We look up, we turn up. Our voice turns to God. Of course, you don't have to wait until you're overwhelmed to talk to God and to turn to Him. But many times, with His help, we try and handle it ourselves, and it gets to the point where we just can't handle it anymore. Some of you have physical sickness. Maybe you didn't see it coming. And suddenly now your life is overwhelmed by a doctor's report or a diagnosis of your health, and you don't know what to do. Of course, in our world today, events are conspiring against our faith in God, it seems. It's time to turn to God, as the psalmist did. I like to fill my mind with words from the Bible. It helps me to think right and to have faith, to not be so overwhelmed, to not be so doubtful. And a couple words that help us along this line are in Psalm 37. I like these words because when my heart is overwhelmed, they help me to calm down and see God and His hand in my life, and yes, even in our world. Words like this, where He says, "Trust in the Lord and do good. You will dwell in the land and feed on His faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He will bring it to pass. Rest in the Lord. Wait patiently for Him, and do not fret because of those who prosper in the way." The psalmist in number 37 there gives us encouraging thoughts to look away from the bad that's around us or even within us and look up to God, to trust in Him for the help that only He can give. Are you feeling overwhelmed today? Let me encourage you to trust in God, to look to Him, and to commit your way and your future to Him. If I'm speaking to someone today who's feeling overwhelmed with health issues, I would also encourage you to contact us here at RC Healthcare. Our number is 916-858-1440. We would love to hear from you, to be a part of your journey, to assist you when you're feeling overwhelmed, to get a hold, to rest, to trust, and to be well. Thank you for spending a few moments with us today. We'll be having another word or two put out. Stay tuned, and thank you again. Goodbye.